Despite being among the wealthiest 10% of Americans, a majority of millionaires consider themselves middle or upper middle class. First of all, I want to thank you for your heroism. And I want to know, as a first responder on the scene, what were your first thoughts? What did you think when you saw this?
At what age should women start seeing these symptoms? Because I enjoyed reading your book over the weekend, and it really spoke to me, because I think it is really meant for people of my age who don't even think of this.
To stop Mr. Putin's escalation. If he doesn't act soon, it may be too late to save the Ukraine. Now, what would be your response to that? Since the average age for veterans retirement is 44, and most Americans live to an average age of nearly 80, the ability to start a second career is very important. Also, the tax laws are different in each state, so you want to look for a place that won't tax your retirement pension. And accessibility to a VA hospital is also very important. Thank you. Always great to be here behind the news desk. So tell me, they called you a lawmaker, but it's not just so simple. Take us through the process a little bit. So, Mr. Rogers, if this is true, it means they sent the memo before the CIA began to put together talking points on its analysis of what happened. Is that correct? Well, tell me, are you a fan of Charlton Heston?
Of course.
Who isn't, right? Come on, The Ten Commandments, El Cid, Planet of the Apes, and of course, his Oscar-winning performance in Ben-Hur. Well, now he's being honored by the U.S. Postal Service. So I'm curious to know, what does this mean for Pelosi? Do you think this will get swept under the rug, or will there be repercussions? What does this mean, and what would the money from this tax go towards? I actually met her on QVC, and it's so interesting because she's such a huge personality and such a wonderful personality and so larger than life, but she's quite tiny, as you know. As the popularity of women's sports grows, many of the players and fans are hoping the salaries will increase as well. Considering the record number of viewers they had on Sunday, perhaps television executives and advertisers will discover more about the power of women athletes.